It's a good type of tired, right? Because at least you how can I say enjoy it, you know, it's not a type of tired of work, right?
Yeah, you're right.
So how about you, Marcio? How was your weekend? It's
Okay,
a good
my
type of tired, right? Because okay, we are online on YouTube. Okay, so
Oh,
guys, do you want to say how was your weekend, Martin? What did you did?
yeah, about my weekend, it was good, you know. I play an instrument with my family and friends.
That's nice. So I think we can start, guys. It's will be like a breakout rooms for you because, like I said, I will not guide this immersion, but at the end, I will just be here to close. Okay, Yanka is here too. Let me accept her. So let me see here. I will take some medicines too, so I'm really bad today. Hi, Yanka. Good morning. Let me send all the questions again. Okay. Okay. Oh, I'm not hear you. I think you are muted, but good morning.
Good morning. I'm sorry.
Okay, I was telling for the guys that today I'm feeling really bad, so it's why my camera is off. But just to continue to start the immersion, I'm here and will be like a breakout rooms. So I'm sorry for this today. I did not expect well to be sick, but I hope I will feel better for the next week. So guys, the questions in the vocabulary list is already there on the comments. So I think this will be work like a breakout room. So if anyone would like to start reading the first one, go ahead, okay? Have a great conversation, guys.
okay. Uh, Good though. Can we introduce ourselves?
Sydney, let me just say something. Lara, if you wanna go, I can guide the immersion too. If you need to leave because you are sick, it's not a problem.
Oh, this will really help because I have to take my medicines. I just wake up for the immersion, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's will be good for me. Thank you, Yanka. I have to give you some permissions on Zoom, or it's not needed.
I don't think so. We are already on YouTube, so I think everything's fine.
Okay, thank you guys. Sorry for today. I will be better in the next week. Okay, have a nice conversation. Bye bye.
Please be better. See you.
Thank you.
Sydney, please go on.
Okay. So, good morning, everyone. My name is Sidney. I'm 40 years old and currently I live in Belo Horizonte. So I'm here on Talk Talk since October 2023. So I'm completely 2 years here. And I work as an accountant. And what else? In my free time, I like to read books, articles in English, watch movies, TV series, especially about science fiction and the horror movies, horror as well. And I think that's it. Thank you.
Horror movies are awesome. Very nice. I don't know if you have been watching the AI horror movies.
Yeah, most of them, especially the Alien franchise, I'm a big fan of this kind of fiction with horror. It's really good.
Yes, aliens too. Awesome. Thank you, Sydney. And you, Marcio, do you like horror movies too? Aliens movies, AI horror movies, or something?
So I like to watch cartoon. And yeah, that's it.
That's awesome. And could you present yourself, please, Marcio?
Okay, I am 41 years old. I'm married. I am a SAP consultant. I work from home. I'm a musician. I like to sleep. No, I like get up every day because I love to run, walking, ride bike alone with my family in the morning. I am a morning person. And what else? Yeah, I live in São José dos Campos, control side of São Paulo. And I grow up in Northeast. And I'm studying enterprise resource planning, logistics. I am graduate in logistics. And yeah, that's it.
That's awesome, Marcio. Thank you very much. Yesterday I met a guy that it's a entrepreneur, I guess, and he sells something about bike, but it seems that in here they sell more a lifestyle of a person that ride bike and so on. So he has a company that sell instruments, things for bike people, but it seems that it's a lifestyle. So this really got me. How in here they sell lifestyle stuffs. They sell a lifestyle. And to me this is so impressive. I haven't think about this, how people just buy an idea, I guess, an ideology of life, it seems. It was impressive. And well, my name is Bianca. I am 29. I am a demographer, and nowadays I'm living in the United States, doing part of my PhD program in here. And today it's a Lara immersion. We are going to talk about having or do not having children. And well, it's this. Sydney, could you start with the question number 1, please?
Okay, let me see. Do you think the decision to have or not have children is more respected today than in the past? Or do people still face judgment or for their choice? I would say the both. I think it's more respected today. I think that the people live more freely than back then. I think they are not so how can I say amarrados in some cultural things like before. But also they used to face some judgment, especially from the old people, from the parents, grandparents, this kind of people that they lived in a way that they think that all the people they should follow the same thinking, the same tradition, no so. But yeah, I think there are a lot of reasons for this. I think yeah, in the next question we will discuss this kind of reasons.
So for you are both, like people are judged yet, but less than in the past.
Yes, less in the past, but yeah, the judgment continuing happening, especially in some areas. I think how far the people live, and so in some big cities. I think the traditional things continue to be strong in their life. But yeah, some of them they decide to have baby, but just one or two, not a lot of children like before, five, six, seven, to attend some things that now is not unreasonable. I would say this.
Yes, for sure. It's really, I'm a demographer, and in demography we search about fertility intentions, and it's fine. It's funny to see how the number of children decreased during the time. Like my grandma had 5 children, my mom had one, and I don't have none. It's like But always it's this stair, the stair ups
Yeah.
from to down, like five, then two, then one, then a cat that can't have children, can't have baby, the cat. So it's funny. But Sydney, you are a father, and do you think that the laws help the father to be a father? Because mom usually have the maternity license. Do you think that the government or the law help you to be present in the first days of your children or something?
Uh, I I don't think so. I think I feel a lot of pressure, Yanka, to be a good father, but I don't. I can see the government, this kind of thing that could help me. I feel a lot of pressure, not to be a good father, but to provide the best for my family. Of course, that my wife, she works like me, so we both divide, the burden to, I think, to provide, the things in our house. But at the same time, well, I had some plans to have another baby, with her, but we have problems to maintain. Firstly, to find someone to help us, to assist us, to take care of this baby. Because my mother, I have one niece and one nephew. So he have to take care of them because they are younger than my son. And so and my mother-in-law, she live away, from my home. So for them, it could be difficult to assist us. So I think it's the most, I think the big issue for me and my wife to have another baby, And about, like you said, to be a father, yeah, I feel a lot of pressure, and I don't see the government, some laws that can help me, or maybe incentivize the other man to be a father, in the future.
Yes, I got it. And it's a problem because like you want to have a children, but you need to maintain your quality of life. You have to keep working. You have to have someone to help you to take care. You have to daycare center, for example, or something. A structure, I guess. What do you think, Marcio? Marcio, it's an expert. Marcio knows, how to...
Mm. Yeah, really hard, have children. Today really expensive, yeah, about the any area, for example, to talk nowadays, and people don't pay attention about they have children. Yeah, I have three children. Oh my goodness, really complicated, to teach and to maintain at house and school, and yeah, a lot of things. For example, uh, I don't know say in English, não me arrependo, but really, really expensive. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Thank God, of course. But nowadays, really expensive to maintain one baby, for example, one children. You know, yeah. So today, my old son, adult, he's work, and yeah, he's your pay attention about your goals, your dreams. Yeah. So yet I have two girls, teenager. Yeah. So really, my two girls and really calm, really different about the my old son. My old son yeah, your opinion really different about me and my wife, your mom, but yeah, it's okay. But today really expensive to maintain one kids, one children.
Yeah, it's expensive in so many ways. It's expensive like money thing, but it's
True.
expensive on energy. Like you have to dedicate yourself to this son. Like teenagers are difficult and it's emotional difficult to teach, to learn how to be a father too or a mother during the time during the process and do all of this. But well, thinking about the question, I think that we are not so judged as we were before, but at the same time I feel the judgment. I feel as a failure because I am 29 years old and I don't have a husband and I don't have a child, and I see these eyes of judgment under me, like how can you choose your career, like living abroad, doing other things? You must to be a complete woman. And to be a complete woman, you have to have a child in their minds, of course. Because I am an adult woman because I pay my bills. I realized that I were an adult woman because I paid my bills. And then I realized it wasn't a child, it was bills, actually. But my point is not this one. But we have seen the problem of children in several developed countries. For example, like they have a very old population and need labor force to work in there. But the problem is that the government do not give assistance to have child. It's expensive. You have to daycare centers to leave the children and go to work. You have to have a license, a paternity license, maternity license to care these children in the beginning, at least like 3 months, at least. And moms usually have, but dads doesn't have this kind of that doesn't have this kind of access to more time to be with their child at the first month, for example. And it's a lot of cons, I guess, having a child, having a baby. And thinking about a woman, you have to have a baby, but to continuing being a good professional. But I just have had a child, How can I be both at the same time if I don't have support to do that? Like it's my obligation. I know I decided to have a child, but at the same time, it's a societal problem, it seems. It's not only me. I want to have a child, but I need support to do that in this economy, in this moment, I guess. And I don't wanna need to have a partner, a husband by my side to have a child too. I really would like to be able to do this by myself because I'm not sure if I'm gonna have someone by my side. Are you sure? Are you sure? Because you already have your wife. I don't, So I want to have a child, but I don't know if I'm gonna have someone. So yeah, I'm sorry, I just vented now. But okay. Sydney, please go on to the second one.
Okay, what do you think society often expects everyone to become parents? Is it cultural, biological, or emotional pressure? I think a little all of them. I think it's cultural that the society offers us to become parents. It's because it's the idea that the previous, no, the ancient generation, they just continue about this idea. I think this generation is breaking, some rules that is transform the society in a different way. I think biological, yeah, it's impossible to not think about it because we are able, to create life with women and with men, so biological, there is no question about it, but emotional, emotional, well, uh, well, let me see, emotion, yeah. Like you said, I think we are living in a society, in an area that we are facing problems that the previous generation they didn't face it. For example, of course, we live in a country, a developing country that always we have economic problems. So, but I think today the problem is a little different. I think back then. I think the desires, I think the consumption were less, were low than today. I think our desires to become to have, I think devices like smartphones, smartwatches, the things I think is big, is bigger than before. I think to have cars. I think that this society promote us. I think incentivate us to have I think to acquire, I think to work, to have money, and it's impossible to be good in everything, to have everything, to be parents, to be a good excellent workers, to an excellent students, all these things. I think when we start to think about to be a parent, you know, we have this kind of pressure to be the best, but oh my gosh, it affects a lot our mental health. To I think to maintain the same thing that we had we are doing, but at the same time to have a new life to take care, and to think about this life when it's growing, like Marcel, to pay a school, a good school, to follow their studies, the kids' studies. So I think the emotional pressure is really high on us.
I got it. And it's your legacy. It isn't. What are you gonna leave in the road when you passed away? Your children. Like you leave material stuff too, but with your children, like an heritage stuff. So the children, it's your legacy too. So it's a lot of pressure. Like you have to be perfect. Your children have to be perfect. Everyone, like it's depression came for me from this pattern of life that we have to do. We have to achieve 30 years and have a house and have a baby and have a car and be well succeed. And it's a lifestyle again. I am with this word in my mind. I don't know. What do you think, Marcio?
Okay, I think having family not easy, really hard, you know. Cultural, biological, emotional pressure, I don't believe. And I believe have family, children, really hard, really difficult. And nowadays, because yeah, because the money, of course, because the mental health, for example, and I really like talk about the family with my children, pay attention about your study, about your goals and dreams, firstly, and before have a family, okay? And because I have good experience. Oh, yeah, I have good experience. Bad, not no good experience because this I really like to talk about your dreams, your goals, your dear friend. I really like talk about my son. This word, this pay, yeah, this your future, you know? Yeah, so firstly, pay attention about your study, your career, the future, firstly. And yeah, have have a family. Yes, because family is so good, but before pay attention about your your career and your dreams, your goals. Yeah, fourthly.
Okay, thank you, Marcy. I totally agree with you. And Marcy, thinking about the question number 3, if I'm not wrong, you had 3 children, right?
Yeah.
3 children, yeah, I can say that.
Mhm.
So, have you ever felt judged for having 3 children or not? And about the age too, if I'm not wrong, you mentioned that you had your first son with 22, 23, more or less. Have you ever faced some pressure or judgment because of the number of children and the age that you were a father? Você tá mutado.
Oh, sorry. I'm not, you know. Yeah. So I like children. I like parents, but I've never mm, have how can I say? Yeah, I'm not.
Okay, thank you. Because it's because of that path that we discussed before. Like before in the 90s, people had usually 5 children. Then started to have two, then started to have one. For my generation, for example, 3 children, it's a lot. It's like want to povoar o mundo. Do you wanna povoar o mundo? What do you think, Marcy, please?
Yeah, I think so, you know, povoar o mundo, it's so good, you know. Yeah, have a good experience, have a good experience, you know. Yeah, because we see a lot of different place, culture, you know. Yeah, it's so good.
Yes, I got it. I'm just kidding. I'm not judging. It's just because of this change during the years. And for you, Sydney, how old were you when you had your baby? And did you feel pressed in some way? Is the question number 3.
Yes, nowadays I'm in my 40s, and my child, he born when I was 33. Yes, he's 7 years old now. And for example, I was the first in my family. I have more two brothers, a older and a younger. And I was the first to have babies, to have the first baby here, you know. So I didn't feel this pressure, you know. I judged. I was not judged by my family to have babies, but about my wife's family, my wife and I were the last. And I remember my father-in-law. He made some jokes, you know, about me that oh, you will not have, do you not have babies, or do you have some problem or something like that. But I know that I had some plans to, because firstly, I want to construct, to build my house, you know, and to build at least not a comfortable life, a level of a financial condition to maintain a baby, you know, to have a baby, to give at least the basic thing for him. Because there are some people when they decide to have baby, they don't think about their financial condition, no? They have one, two, three, four babies, and then they get in a situation that they don't have to, you know, the basic things, the money to buy clothes. Not, of course, because we have public schools, you know, so okay, schools, although we have some questions, you know, about the quality of the schools, but they don't have even, you know, condition to buy a food, you know, a proper food to maintain their development, you know, fruits, vegetables, things like that. It's really expensive. So firstly, I thought about it to have a financial condition, and then after this, my wife and I decided to have our first baby.
To me, this is the ideal road, actually, like planning. It's planning family. You planned your family. And to me, this is the idea. What we should, not we should. we should have this opportunity to plan our families because most part of the time the pregnancy just happened. Like you didn't just happen, you didn't plan. It just happened and discover, oh my God, I'm pregnant, I'm gonna be a father. And yeah, the world just came from upside down. It's totally crazy, but I'm happy that you planned.
Yeah. It was difficult because there are some judgment, like I said, especially about my father-in-law. But yeah, it was the best for me.
For
Yeah.
sure. For sure. Like, I don't know. I'm suspect to talk about that. And you, Marcio, please, is the question number. What is the I think Marcio already answered actually. Yeah, sorry. Okay, sorry. Okay, in my case, I feel judged. I already said that, but at the same time, I don't know, Sydney planned his family, and I am planning my life too. Like, to be honest, nowadays it's very difficult to find a real partner. I think that it was a different moment for you guys, a different epoch of the humanity. Nowadays we are very without hope in relationship, I guess. So it has been very difficult to find someone to decided to have a child together, a children together. Oh, this person will be a good father to my children. Sometimes I don't think that I'm gonna be a good mother too, some exigencies too. I have to be perfect. I don't know. To me, it's very difficult to think about this, but I really want to. Let's see what's gonna happen in the future. I hope that I can build my family someday. Let's see. And well, going with you, Marcio, please, the question number 5. Could you, Marcio, please? Yes.
Yeah. Number 5. Have you ever taken care of a child, a nephew, cousin, or friend kids? What did that experience did you about parent or responsibility? And when I say, yeah, of course. So to maintain yeah, I have take care on ethical, yeah, of course. Yeah, because I like to talk about the children, about the family, about the goals, I have. And so, but really different when I have children. And yes.
Thank you, Marcio. And changing a little bit the question, have you ever had to stay with your 3 kids alone without your wife for a long time, just you having to taking care of the all of them alone? Have you ever had to do that? How was this experience?
So really hard, and because my children is my life, I think so, and because this, I like to see it all the time, every day, and my family, you know, for me, I don't imagine to today. I don't imagine, don't see in the future. Yeah, it's possible because your family have your family in the future, But today, mm, it's impossible because I like talk today because my family and my children. I am a teacher. Yes, I am good teachers. I consider myself good teacher because they're my children, because I teach you anything, any case, any situations in your life, I am calm person because this really so good. And but yeah, today I consider myself a teacher person because this situation, and good experience before I didn't pay attention about the children, the girlfriend, the family, but mm, today really so good have children, of course, but really hard responsibility all the time, yeah, yeah, that's it.
Yes, and I imagine that you had to do a lot of homework from your children because three children's three different homework. So yes, you had to learn how to be a good
Mhm.
teacher because it's a
Yeah,
lot of homework to
not
do.
easy, but yeah, I am calm person because this, yeah, the teenager, your view, your point, your opinion, really different. Really, I don't know, say, uh, different. Really different. Different between adult and teenager. Your point, your view, your opinion, because these people, adult have calm, I don't know say English, I don't know say English, really calm adult, because this teenager or child really, I don't know say, uh, yeah, I don't know say English, really different between adult and teenagers, because they to maintain calm, really so good, really so important. Sometimes hear it, sometimes don't hear it, but to maintain calm and adult and really important. Yeah, I don't know, adult or parent have fazer a sua parte, and that's it. I don't know say English.
It's perfect. I can search here and then in the end we can see. But thank you. Thank you, Marcio. And for you, Sydney, is the question number 5. And I add a question that is, have you ever had the experience to take care of your own child for a long period alone without your wife, having to prepare the meals, taking the shower, doing everything by yourself and the kid? Have you ever had this experience? How did you
Yes.
survive?
At the beginning, I I always I would take care of my son, especially when my wife she was working. So I remember the first day when my wife she went to go to work and I stayed with my son alone. And when my mother she discovered it, she became angry, not angry but crazy. Oh, give me here my grandson. I will take care of him. So I said, no, it's my son. I will take care of him. I know your routine, I know what he likes to eat, the things like I know how to change his fraldas, the exchange it. So and she still craves because yeah, she became crazy because in those days, for her it's unbelievable. I mean, to take care of a child, a baby. But I remember that the famous runner, I think Usain Bolt, now he is a father and he is retired, and he told once that compared to be a runner, to run all of marathon, to take care of a child is easy. Now, to take down to be a runner it's easier than to take care of a child, to be a father. So I thought it's amazing because I realized that he really take care of his child or children because it's so difficult. It's the most difficult things because we are dealing with a human being, that a lot of complex things around it. It's not just a doll, it's not just a toy, And of course, in the first year, there are basic things, to feed them, to take a bath, all the basic things that to maintain their life. But then when because they are growing, when they growing up, I think the things is more complex, especially because in this area, the digital area, they have contact, the devices, the screen so much, and we already have some studies that show us some negative effects of it on them. So, but it's impossible to prevent 100%, to stop it, because they have contact in different ways. For example, my son, we have some rules in our house that they have contact with screens. For example, TV some days on the week, but with some mobile games, for example, Minecraft, he plays it just on weekends, some hours, But for other kids, especially, he told me, yeah, this week that his colleagues his schoolmates, all of them don't have this kind of rules. They play all the time with his parents' cell phone. And he asked me that why I need to follow these rules because my classmates they don't follow these rules. And I told him it's just because we are our parents, and we how can I say, how can I what I said. Yeah, because we know the best for him, and he must follow us instructions. Every family give their own instructions for their own children, and that all. And in the future, we will recognize, that great effort we are doing in order to maintain his mental health, or something that it could be there will be a health human being, I would say that, adult or teenager.
I totally understand everything, actually. I don't have children, of course, I already said that, but I had to take care of some cousins. I always had to take care of children because it was the oldest at my house. I don't have, from my mom and my dad, I am the only child. But I always had a lot of cousins to take care during the vacation time at my grandma's house, for example. I always prepare the meals to give to everyone. So I don't know if I am traumatized with children because of this, because I always had to take care of 6 children, 5 children during the vacation time. And I had to make them to eat, for example. To me, it's a trauma moment to put a kid on the table and make this kid eat. To me, it's horrible. I am traumatized with that. I hate to do that. To me, it's very difficult. So I had my experience. I had to do this because I was obligated to do this. But to me, it was a hard time. But I can understand what I don't agree. I totally disagree. But I can understand when a parent take a cell phone and give to a kid because he just want that kid stay under control. And a cell phone give this control. It's a damage control. It will melt the brain of the children. But it's a form of control to make that children stay at the sofa, sit, paying attention in something. And it's very bad to do not know how to deal with this children energy. We have to deal with this because doing this stuff, giving a cell phone, it's dangerous. I know that. But at the same time, to deal with a kid too, it's really difficult. It's really difficult. But okay, I really want to go to the last question that is about fear. Marcio, please, is the question number 6. What are the biggest fear people might have about becoming parents? and not becoming too, but mainly about you. What was your biggest fear becoming a parent? How was to dealing with your fears? Did you have that fear to do not be able to provide for your children, for example? What kind of fears did you face it during this time?
Financial stability, fear, yeah, so important financial stability because today and before, pay attention about the money, about the place, and about this the school, future really, and for me, pay attention a lot. And before and today, I was pay attention about the future with my wife and have a good opportunity for our children, you know. Yeah, money all the time, Yeah, pay attention all the time because important. Yeah, really important. Buy our bills because have a lot of bills, you know, because this I really talk about this financial stability. Mm, Yeah, that's it. Because laws of freedom or inadequacies. Yeah, laws of freedom for me really easy. Social judgment really easy. Regret left in life easy for me, but financial stability really hard, but really important because we build a lot of things: house, car, food. Yeah, I don't know, you know, because this I really talk about the financial stability, really important.
Yeah, it seems very recurrent and common, this burden, not burden, but this role to be a provider, and how heavy is this role to be a provider for a whole family? Like it seems too much sometimes. Is it the same for you, Sydney? Do you have other concerns?
Yes, I totally agree with Marcio, and I think it's very hard to maintain the things, in the correct way, financially. I think that's why not just the fathers, but the mothers, they used to work, because the cost of living now it's really high. Of course, there are some questions about if back then it were easier than today, but the area was completely different. The mind of the people, the traditions, but I think yeah, my big problem, my big fear is about it to maintain my financial condition, No, I'm not talking about to provide the best, for example, to have money to travel for a expensive to a place, but to have at least the basic, the basic to pay a private school to my son. Here right now we have condition for this, and my wife, she's a teacher. She teaches in a public school, and she know exactly how the things works. In these places, she try to do the best. But there are some process. There are a lot of things involved in it, but I think that secondly, my biggest fear is to not have time to participate in my son's life, especially in some states. For example, now I try to play with him, some games, so I can see clearly that I'm bringing some good moments, we together. With my father, I didn't have this kind of so the kind of situation, because my father worked so hard all the time. He was working, so he had a simple, just a few moments with us, me and my brothers. But I still remember, these moments. But I want to provide for my son, these moments. And I think, yes, yeah, mostly this the financial situation, the financial condition, and to have time to stay beside him, in every moment in every stage of his life, until maybe when he become an adult, to have this kind of ties, to make our ties stronger, and show him that he can rely on me, he can count on me in every moment of his life.
Okay, it's not a fight, not just a father, not just a provider, but a friend too. I think
Yeah.
it's important too. Bom, eu vou falar em português rapidinho, porque a gente está no final e esse é um assunto complexo. Mas eu estou tentando estudar esse gap educacional de mulheres e homens, porque há muitos anos as mulheres passaram os homens em ensino superior, por exemplo, no Brasil, nos Estados Unidos e tal. E eu acho que isso é justificativa para muita coisa. Por exemplo, no Brasil, em 2024, a gente teve 91 mil crianças que foram registradas sem o nome dos pais na certidão de nascimento. Isso dá 460 por dia, 460 pessoas, crianças por dia, sem o nome dos pais. E eu acho que está muito ligado a como a gente está falhando em manter os homens dentro do sistema educacional. E eu acho que essa pressão por ser um provedor vem desde sempre também, né? Porque imagina, você cresce numa família que tá só a sua mãe e você é o único menino. Você tem que ajudar a sua mãe a prover para dentro de casa. Você vai prestar atenção na escola? Vai continuar indo na escola? Não, você precisa arranjar dinheiro o mais cedo possível. E aí isso parece que gera um ciclo vicioso de homens sofrendo com o peso da responsabilidade, mas ao mesmo tempo sozinhos e ausentes também. E aí, enfim, é nisso mais ou menos que eu tô pensando. A gente pode pensar mais pra frente. But this thing about children without the parent's name and the percentage of solo moms too in Brazil, to me, it's an absurd. The number of moms that raise the children alone by themselves. But at the same time, we have this problem with the guys. I don't know. It's something that I'm really thinking about, but I can bring to you in the next immersion. And to end, I'd like to share with you some vocab that we learned today. Oh my God, it's cold, but okay. We have amarrados, can be tie. We are tied each other. Um, we have strong ties too. Nós temos laço forte, também pode ser amarrado ou laço. Creche, daycare center. Eu não me arrependo, Márcio. I don't regret, can be. Trocar fraldas, para mim, é sempre uma questão, but it's change, diapers, it's like fraldas. Schoolmate, classmate, colegas de escola. Okay, guys, thank you very much for today. Lara, it was awesome in the team. I love to discuss this because I have a lot to complain about. But okay, thank you and see you tomorrow or